Hello everybody, Ben Rogers here, the Raptors Digest, reacting to the Toronto Raptors 110-109 victory. W is Riker's thrown up against the Orlando Magic. Riker, this is the first well-anticipated matchup of Scottie Barnes and Jalen Suggs, obviously two of them. It was a story throughout the game. Everyone thought the Raptors are going Suggs. You and I thought we were going Suggs after Michael Grange tweeted out the night before that we were going Suggs. And then he deleted the tweet after the fact, but we went with Scottie Barnes, looking like a great decision, but Suggs himself had himself a game, but Scottie Barnes stole the show in the first half, and it ended up being a tremendous game here tonight.
Can we lock in Hall of Fame already, Ben? I know we've already locked in Rookie of the Year, but can we lock in Hall of Fame? Because Scottie Barnes, I don't want to spoil any plays, but he had a dunk so ferocious, so electric, it brought goosebumps to my arms, tears down my eyes. I've only been shock reacted that water comes out of my eyes in one other situation in my life, watching The Haunting of Hill House, episode 7 jump scare. If anybody knows it, this dunk was the same. So we'll bring it up again in the comments section. But obviously, this is the matchup people were waiting for. Scottie versus Suggs, and it didn't disappoint. Down to the buzzer, exciting throughout. We don't need to hate on either. Because, well, we're obviously not going to hate on Scottie Barnes, but we don't need to hate on Suggs because this one was fun. It was fun. Scottie got the better of him, but this is going to be a good eternal matchup, hopefully, throughout these two guys' NBA careers.
Yep. No, it's exciting. They both were number 4, which I just find super wild because they were both competing for the 4th overall draft pick, but they're buddies. They both had solid nights. And Riker, we may as well start off with the award named after Scottie Barnes. And should we get a drum roll, please? Because I think tonight there's some
And we don't need a drum roll. This is obvious, man.
No, there could be some competition for the award tonight. But right, get a drum roll. Get a drum roll. Because tonight, the Scottie Barnes Award is going to none other than Scottie Barnes himself with 21 points, 9 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, and a block. Riker, only 1 turnover. And, as we said, got the best in the win column. But Jalen Suggs had 21 points himself, only 4 assists and 2 rebounds, so a couple more turnovers, a few more personal fouls, so we're definitely giving the edge to Scottie Barnes in the stats as well, but the jump shot from Scottie, that's the thing that absolutely just...
Do you have the butter animation loaded up?
It blows me away. It's pure butter, pure milk, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, I don't like that.
It's milky, that shot.
Don't say
down.
that. That's cut from the vocabulary. That's taken off the repertoire, Ben. Butter is fine. We'll leave it at that.
Some milky shots from Scottie Barnes.
Relax.
Relax?
Relax it.
I think for sure that we can play the fire animation because he was on fire specifically in this first half. Yeah. What are the takeaways from Scottie Barnes? Because when that mid-range shot is flown, not even when it's flown, when he's just taking them, because I've never seen him miss consistently, right? When he's just taking them consistently, he looks like a budding superstar, Riker.
Well, it's how much in the rhythm of the game that he's getting these shots because everything is so natural and clean. Doesn't matter if it's over Mo Bamba or Cole Anthony. Yep. He just has either a straight up jumper or fade away, but it's all nice, clean stroke, no criticisms. Obviously, it's a little bit hitched when it's out at the 3-point line. It's not as fluid, but when he hit that 3 tonight, he celebrated so hard as if he postered somebody, which obviously he did also throughout the game, but he gets the crowd engaged. He's just a very animated guy, and it's pretty crazy to me how calm and collected he actually is while the plays are happening. And then as soon as it happens, his brain just explodes. It's great to watch this man.
Riker, this is the first time a lot of people are seeing the butter animation come up on the screen. A couple of people are uncomfortable. Ben was caught in 64K. I was not caught. I was there to be found. I love those milky shots from Scottie Barnes. Those shots going down. But Riker, there's a lot of guys that balled out tonight. There's a lot of guys throughout different moments of the game. You're about to sound off on someone.
Yeah, I saw I just want to say it before glosses passed. Country Kong said they broke out the Giannis comparison. And I made this point to try to remember it, is that to me, Matty D and Alvin don't have a ton of chemistry, right? Yeah. It's not as nice as him and Leo, which fair enough. They haven't been on the broadcast team. Well, they've been on the broadcast team, but they haven't been in the booth, given the live game reaction. Yeah. This is the first couple of games. So the chemistry will come. They don't have a lot of banter yet, but they jumped straight in. They didn't dip their toe into the water. They went straight to the Giannis comparisons. And not only that, but Alvin Williams went straight to, and Scottie Barnes has better stats at the beginning of his career than Giannis, which I thought was hilarious. Even on the broadcast, they're giving the homer bias, Ben. Sound off on the Giannis, Magic Johnson, whoever comparison.
Well, we thought that it was going to be Precious propaganda all season, Riker, after, and we thought we'd be the only ones spewing it. But Alvin Williams, as you said, getting the comfort with Matt Devlin and all that. I think he's getting better as the broadcasts go along. I think he's been entertaining and good. But the one thing that gets me juiced about Alvin Williams is this guy loves to throw out these wild comparisons. I think in game 2 of the season, he was calling the next Magic Johnson on the live broadcast, Riker. On the official Raptors live broadcast, our announcers are just like casually throwing out, yeah, Scottie Barnes just looks like Magic Johnson out there. This is... the greatest point guard of all time? Yeah, he's just like him in his rookie season. Giannis, Alvin Williams is doing exactly what I'd be doing if I was on the Raptors broadcast, Riker. So I love to see it, but honestly, he definitely looks way better than Giannis his rookie year. That's not a hot take. Now, there's a lot of people that do, but if he can continue to develop, his shot looks smoother. The midi is something I can't get over. I'm reiterating this, but it's I don't think it's hyperbole to say like we have a superstar on our hands. Like the chat can disagree with me, but it's consistently night after night in his rookie year, and he's a top draft pick. Like you can't take anything away from that.
And I'm not going to take anything away at all. I'm just instead going to let that simmer and move into the next point of conversation, which is a guy we traded Terrence Davis for him, a 2nd round pick. We passed on, I can't remember his name, Sharif Cooper, right? Who people were furious about. And we said he was going to be a 2-year development project in the 905, which he also said he's probably going to be. And then I said in the preseason, don't be surprised if he comes to try to steal Malachi Flynn's minutes, who Josh supremely opposed and tried to refute. But now that's happened. And now not only that, but he subbed Fred VanVleet out in the first 7 minutes of this game and closed for us. Ben, Dalano Banton, do we have 2 superstars in this draft?
Where does Dalano Banton go in a redraft at this point? Is it Scottie 1 and Dalano 2? Are we putting him over Jalen Green and these guys? Because I think they should both be in the Rookie of the Year contention. You look at his stats, and we're saying this a little bit jokingly, but 10 points. This is, I feel like, Dalano Banton's second real true game in the NBA. 10 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, right? 4 or 6 from the field. He just is he's obviously 6'9", 6'10", ridiculous wingspan, but he's quick like a small point guard, right? He's quick. If you want to make the Giannis comparison, the guy that's doing the Euro steps like Giannis is Dalano Banton. That's the guy you got to look at and see all these plays happening. And, he doesn't have the handles of a Fred VanVleet or a Kyrie Irving or one of those guys, right? Where he's going to shift people completely off their game. But, even if he gets cut off, right? The defenders make a good sort of, you get your chest in front when you want to stop someone. Everyone knows that. But Dalano somehow just steps his leg all the way around that set defender with their chest in front and gets right to the rim. It's absolutely ridiculous just watching him play. And Riker, we do have a super chat from Marcel Martin saying, "Excuse my tardiness, Scottie Barnes, Rookie of the Year." Marcel, we've beaten you to that punch. We've been saying superstar Magic Johnson, Giannis in this video, but definitely 10 out of 10 agree with that take.
Yeah.
Super chat.
Marcel Martin, Peasant Plays. He missed the first little bit. So the quick recap, we're putting Scottie Barnes straight into Hall of Fame contention when the broadcast team is going straight into he's better than Giannis. He's gonna be the next Giannis. It just all that matters is his work ethic, and he'll be there. So there's some very high accolades being placed on this man. And Dalano Banton not trailing very far behind Ben. We saw Malachi Flynn. I don't know if he got any play this game, maybe a minute. I don't have the box score in front of me, and Dragic, another one that he didn't play tonight. I'm not upset about that at all. The more the merrier. If, again, you said it the last podcast, as long as Banton is producing, sit Dragic all game long. We'll swallow that $17 million. Let him walk in the offseason. Who cares? As long as it's not at the expense of developing our good young talent, which absolutely is Banton at this point.
Riker, we have Jalen Starr joined the channel membership. Thank you, Jalen. We greatly appreciate it. And people were calling too. They were calling for a Jake emoji. Obviously, Jake ended up winning the giveaway in the previous video. So if you peep the emojis, Jalen, if you're the new channel member, so you might be able to do the honors. I know we have a bunch of channel members already in this chat, but you know, if you want to see the Jake emojis, it's there. We'll see if they pop up. The video has to catch up to us, but as you said, Dalano Banton, right? He deserved those minutes. He's earned those minutes, and he's running with them. He's running with them. No one's going to be able to catch him with those long arms, those long legs, that speed. No one's stopping him from getting on the court. And one guy that is greatly benefiting from playing with Dalano Banton, as Nick Nurse has brought up, Chris Boucher. He's back into his own. 9 points, 4 rebounds, the highest plus-minus of the game tonight, and just doing classic Boucher things. He hit his 3. You know, people fell off the map with him. I picked him up in fantasy. I'm getting notifications left, right, and center saying that, you know, it's 70% of the leagues have dropped Chris Boucher. Get out of here with that. Boucher is our guy. And, you know, I'm happy to see Boucher balling out. And we have the chat with the J emojis.
Fake Jake.
The Jake, with the fake Jake emojis.
Fake Jake. Yeah. For anyone who doesn't know, there was our jersey giveaway went to Jake Lamette Johnston. But people were changing their names to Jake Lamette Johnston, and there was a big who's the real Jake. So that's the fake Jake origins. Ben Boucher, this is where I'm gonna have to draw my line of I can't endorse hype unless a player deserves it, because Chris Boucher, eye test, he's not been good, and tonight was no exception. I get the box score is suggesting otherwise, but to me, he doesn't. Where Scottie Barnes looks absolutely in the rhythm of basketball game. I'll draw in some of my my anime references. He's got the chakra, the chi, it's all flowing natural through him. He's got the hand signs going. Chris Boucher is going all negative energy. He's going against the flow. He's really forcing a lot of his shots.
Chris
it doesn't
Boucher,
seem like he's playing in the flow of the game.
That's Chris Boucher. That's what he does. He's unorthodox, right? He's that, you know, the stream is flowing. Chris Boucher is that rock that's swatting shots, catapulting threes into the net, and he just energizes the team when everything's going right. I don't know. I'm high on Chris Boucher, and I'm happy that he's putting up decent
And let me
numbers.
say this too.
Yeah.
Let me say this too, is that this wasn't the matchup for him, because when he played at the power forward, there was still Mo Bamba and I think Wendell Carter Jr., like 2 7-footers out. He's got to play against the power forward that's equal weight to him, like a small power forward, because he can finish in the lane when there's somebody stronger. We know how he does against the likes of Dwight Howard and you know, all the true bigs out there.
Yeah, no, for sure. We have another super chat from Marcel Martin saying Dalano Banton doesn't need the 905. He is ready now. And Dalano Banton needs, if he's going to another team this season, it's the All-Star team. That's where Dalano Banton's going. What's the better chance? Okay, my apologies. Dalano Banton, serious question. Dalano Banton Rising Stars game or Dalano Banton playing on the 905? Which one is more likely? I'm saying Rising Stars.
Ask the chat.
I'm asking the chat. The chat's behind us, Riker. We got to keep the content pouring in.
Yep. I love people just furthering my anime reference with other players being having other anime similarities. But Ben, yeah, tonight was a real fun game. I'm surprised it went down to the wire. I mean, yeah. I think we both sort of expected that the Magic might win this one, and that would have been a real deflating way to end what was an exciting game, and just another step in Scottie Barnes. I don't know, beginning of the season that's been nothing short but breathtaking. I don't know how long we want to go into this one, because I'm absolutely bursting at the seams to share some of the segment pieces without actually giving them away. So do you want to go over any guys before we jump into the segments?
Bro, I'm looking at people saying, they're all saying the Rising Stars. They're all saying the Rising Stars of the 905, which would have been the craziest thing you've ever heard. And yeah, we definitely got to swing into the segments, but we do have to talk about Fred VanVleet, because started off this one, did not look good. The shots weren't going down, but he wasn't turning over the ball. I thought he was making solid decisions. Didn't make any poor choices or something, any of that stuff out there, but finished the game with 19.6 assists. And just second half, Freddie VanVleet tonight looked really solid, hitting a few threes, scoring around in different spaces. What were your thoughts on the game for Fred VanVleet? Because Josh has been the main criticizer of Fred. You've been on the fence. I've been pretty high on Freddie VanVleet. I'm happy with his performances, and people were roasting you in the previous video for saying Freddie's got to go to the bench, which I thought was a bit wild. But you did make some takes for it, and you knew it probably wouldn't happen. But he looked good tonight.
But I was almost convinced that my takes were accurate because we started the game with Scottie Barnes as the primary ball handler to put Fred back at the 2. So I'm saying, okay, here's strike 1 against Fred VanVleet. We're not trusting him at the point guard spot anymore. Yeah. Then they subbed him out 7 minutes in for Banton. And I said, well, here we go. We're already subbing him out for our supposedly project deep bench guy. So it would only be natural to me that when Siakam comes back, that Fred VanVleet is already being played out of the rotation. But then we close the game with Banton at the 1, Fred VanVleet at the 2, which most people in the chat were saying he is, even though he's super duper undersized, a more natural 2. And what did he do? Hit that mid-range J 3 times and 2 threes. He had 12 points in the 4th and closed out the game. That he got back to his bread and butter, and he looked like the Fred VanVleet that was the recipient of one Finals MVP vote on the 2019 season.
Yeah, no, Freddie VanVleet, he has his ups and downs. He kind of goes in different places, and tonight was sort of a overall great, right? Overall good to great, but does have the highs and lows throughout the game. I think that's the epitome of Fred VanVleet. What's happening? Whoa!
Woo!
Marcel Martin out here. Oh my goodness. Holy. Marcel Martin with the wildest, definitely the biggest super chat of the season. Marcel, the legend, the W. We got to make him, honestly, Ryker, is it time to just make a Marcel Martin, a Peasant Plays animation? Yeah, I think that
kind of is.
I think that has to happen.
He's gonna get honorary promoted to the GOAT tier.
Yeah,
he's gonna just honorary promotion.
He's already in the GOAT tier. He's on his own level. But I'll read out the chat. I think the bot has been slacking tonight. But I know I'm all over the place tonight. But Gary Trent Jr. deserves his starting role. When Pascal comes back, you can't bench Gary. His production was needed as a starter. Also, why isn't Ryker in his bee costume?
Well, now that I've read that little nugget, I couldn't agree with you more because I'm the big advocate for putting Fred VanVleet into the off the bench role.
Costume?
My B costume. You even saw my post, my Insta post. Yes, for anybody that doesn't follow my Instagram, I just did a Spartan race, a mud run. So we severely misinterpreted the tone of the event, and they allow you to sign up as a team. So we thought it was a costume thing. So we wore some sexy bee costumes, not knowing people took this very seriously, and it was very funny. So if you don't check out my Instagram to get the photo for that, but. I can't agree more with the Gary Trent Jr. being very similar to Norman Powell, except a bit more streaky on the offensive end, better on the defensive end, but equally needs to hear their name called in the starting lineup. And the poke, I was trying to save it for the segments, but the poke that saved the game, we thought it was all over, tipped it back. That was all on Gary Trent Jr.'s shoulders. Yep. Those sneaky hands.
Yeah, no, without a doubt. I also I'm giving 1,000 thanks to Marcel. He's the GOAT, though. He knows he's the GOAT. He's the legend, all that sort of stuff, right? But a Peasant Plays animation's got to be coming. But Just Bray, welcome to the Elite here. We appreciate everyone joining the channel memberships. You get those fresh emojis, all that stuff happening, but we appreciate it all. But Ryker, yeah, we got to rant about Gary Trent Jr. a bit, because 19 points, 2 steals, 2 assists, 3 rebounds, and the question coming into the season, right? Can Gary Trent Jr. play defense? Can he play? And we'll go into the segments. The spicy play of the day. It's clearly got to go. Scottie Barnes had some nasty dunks. He did some different things, but the steals from that steal at the end that saved the game for Gary Trent Jr. That's got to go to the moment. His defense has absolutely been on another level right now, Ryker.
Yep. Absolutely agree. I got a little bit distracted here. There's another couple comments that I wanted to respond to, and super chat. Yep.
Another super chat from Sack. RKH. I was gonna say RKO. But when Siakam's back, we can't bench Barnes, Gary, and a center, Precious Birch. So it's between OG and Fred. I think OG plays better on most days. You know, if you go by the logic, you know, Fred's kind of becomes that guy, right? He kind of becomes put into that position. But it's tough. And we have a new channel member in the superstar tier, Riker. Dilajit Singh Narwhal. Diljit. Yeah, It's late here in Newfoundland, guys. You know I'm bad with the names. I think people have grown accustomed to me butchering names, but I appreciate the channel membership. I appreciate everyone in here. Marcel for mod. Marcel, you got everything.
He's saying it. Hashtag Marcel for mod. Well, as the honorary GOAT tier member,
Marcel's on
provide
his own level.
He's in the Marcel tier. But Ben, the other one. So when Siakam comes back, we can't bench Barnes. No, Gary. No, a center. I mean, we probably should bench a center, but the thing is, you can't put Pascal Siakam at center because it's taken away from his offense. We've already known that. The last bit that I want to say, Tej Sengani, Raps fans in the arena embarrassed us tonight with the stupid chant, Barnes is better. I didn't hear that, but if they did say that, that is an L because we were the ones that drafted the player first. We've drafted Scottie Barnes over Suggs. So the Magic got the next what?
Riker, I apologize for cutting you off, but Marcel Martin just upgraded to the GOAT tier membership.
Woo!
Woo!
He is the GOAT. He is the GOAT. And he's got the mod.
And you're in the mod too. You got the mod. I gave as soon as you called for it, you got that. But Marcel's been a legend. I just want to give a genuine thank you because Marcel's been just a legend all last season. Since we've been doing the lives, he's been in the comment section and all that stuff. He's keeping me updated on news for Courtside Digest. He's my source for information on news. Just a pure legend on the pod.
A true insider. But Ben, maybe I even should have reserved this for the Golden Kazoo. But thought is
I got a good one for the Golden Kazoo.
Okay, so then I don't need to preserve it for the Golden Kazoo. But my thought is, if this chant actually, why would you comment that happened if it didn't happen, right? If they were saying Barnes is better, chanting that out just to insult Suggs, well, he's already been insulted enough because he dropped one spot below, and then that was the next pickup by the Orlando Magic. So you can't criticize them for picking up the next best available player. We picked the one that we wanted. What's the point of making that chant? So hopefully they get their heads on right in the arena and don't do that foolishness again if that is what happened.
Yeah, and you gotta root for Suggs. Suggs he's a cool guy. You know, he was an honorary Raptor for a couple weeks. I loaded up for the gift loop, Riker. I loaded up on Suggs gifts. I was ready to have them all in the chat. Then I was caught off guard by the Scottie Barnes pick, but you know, you can't take away. He is a multi-time Scottie Barnes award winner. Is that 6th time now?
Yeah,
double three-peat.
But tonight was the least amount of competition to get the Scottie Barnes award. So
oh no! Every night there's close competition for the Scottie Barnes award. So that's something. Don't slander the award, Riker. It's pretty prestigious. But Mickey G, MCCYG. I'm assuming it's Mickey G, KG maybe. Welcome to the elite tier. Graciously appreciate all the channel members. Marcel Martin's chant out the road to 22K. Ooh, I don't have the.
Oh, you don't have it pulled up?
Oh, actually, I can't. I'll switch it to our. What's it called? I'll switch it just so people see. Rant about the hoodie. I'll pull it up.
The wash name. All right. So we have made it to 21K, which is what we said we would do the first giveaway. Scottie Barnes jersey, which is going to be worth a lot one day, guys. And we did send it. So Jake Lamette Johnson, shout out Fake Jake as well, and Jake's mom and Jake's dad, who were in the comment section last night as well.
My computer cannot handle this right now.
All right. Well, I will keep rambling. You work your best behind the scenes.
I got the golden circle of death.
I've officially sent the jersey, the Scottie Barnes Swingman Red jersey, to Jake. And once he gets it, he has graciously accepted to send back a video of him putting it on or unboxing it or something so people know it's legit. The second giveaway is going to be a custom jersey hoodie made by Zank. He's a pretty cool
I don't
designer.
know
Oh,
what is
wow.
happening to the
It's
live stream
craziness going on.
Can
the screen
Can they
right
hear you? Can they hear you?
I have no idea. I could plug it in 1 sec.
Can you guys hear us in the chat right now?
Yeah, they can.
They can hear us. Okay.
Yes.
I have the golden circle of death. It's just Riker here now.
Uh-oh. It's just my chin that's on the it's just if I sink really low.
Sink lower.
If I sink
I have
really
to get
low.
this golden circle off this spinning thing of death.
Uh-oh. All right.
Let's just do our pod like
we
this.
still have 500 people. I wonder if I'm oh wow, I'm getting both, a little bit of left and
yeah, you're in here twice.
All right, at least your full face is in it, and the audio is fine.
As long as the audio's good.
My
My computer is frozen. I updated my computer and now it's just lag
darn.
city.
We're losing viewers quick, so Ben, you might have to get up and do an interpretive dance to keep people's to keep people's interest in this one.
Should we just go part 2?
Yeah, we could just go part 2. All right, part two coming up. It'll be segments and segments and the final countdown. So tune in for that in 5 minutes.
Yep, that's coming back immediately. Wait, we're still going. I don't know how to. I don't think it's gonna stop. My computer won't let me do anything right now. If I. Okay. OBS is not responding. We'll stop this here.
Can you sign it off through YouTube?